What we were talking about basically is the topic of, did you pick a pet based on your lifestyle, or have you had to change your lifestyle to fit the pet that you fell in love with? So the first half of what I was talking about was how I selected my dog Mila based on the fact that my lifestyle involved a lot of working and then more, exercising and outdoor things on the weekends or, later at night for a shorter period of time. So I adopted a dog that really loved to be a couch potato, so that way I didn't have to worry about having a high energy dog that was locked in a crate or at home alone all day while I couldn't be there to interact with them. So the other way around, Marlow. So Marlow is our newest rescue. He looks very similar to my dog Mila, but when we first adopted Marlow, he was pretty lethargic. He was not interested in any kind of food, really. He would eat, but he wasn't food motivated at all. And he would play a little bit, but, he mostly was kind of sleepy and pretty chill. After we switched his diet and got him on some good supplements, and we also had to detox him from all the stuff that they ended up giving him at the shelter. And once we started to see improvements in, his gut health and his overall health, his skin diseases started clearing up, his energy levels started to go up. And Brandon and I kind of looked at each other like, uh-oh, this is not a couch potato dog. So now that he's feeling good, he is a very high energy dog, and he's also a very high drive dog. He's the type of dog that when you take him on a walk, his nose is almost touching the ground because he's tracking different scents. And he accidentally got out of our backyard the other day, and we could see on our security cameras, we could just see him basically tracking us around the house, and he didn't even leave our property because he just was, the whole time his nose was to the ground, he was just smelling where Brandon and I had just walked. So he is definitely, we don't know what breed he is, but he's definitely got to be a higher drive dog breed. And he also was outside for, as far as we can tell, his whole life. So he's used to having, free roam of acres and acres and acres of land that he can parole all the time whenever he feels like. So we have had to now adjust our lifestyle to our new dog because we've fallen in love with him and we didn't want to rehome him. So we have had to be much more active and diligent in how we are interacting with our dogs now that we have Marlow, who is a much higher drive, higher energy dog. So with Marlow, he needs walks every day, multiple times a day. He needs playtime multiple times a day. He needs some training time where he can put his brain to work. He's definitely a very smart dog as well, and he really likes, tracking and doing different types of work. And Brandon literally brings him everywhere with him because he is such a high energy dog, and he's also really well behaved. So Marlow, literally, we tell Marlow, like, okay, Marlow, you're going to work, and he puts his harness on in the morning and he gets all excited. And to him, he basically works a full week as much as we do, and we try to give one day off on the weekend, mostly for us so that Brandon and I can rest, but we give him one day off on the weekends to just kind of be lazy and chill. And that type of routine seems to work pretty well for him. And we do want to get him into probably some type of work, whether it's scent work or something like that, because he seems like he's naturally very driven. But for those of you that were asking on the other feed, I saw some things about like, oh, can you give them bones or chews or puzzles, things like that. So in general, yes, but it definitely, if you have a high energy, high drive dog, that's not going to replace the fact that, you're gone all day. So for Marlow specifically, he loves puzzles, he loves chews, he will chew on things, but that will entertain him for probably 15, 20 minutes out of the day. We gave him a basically a goat rib cage, raw goat rib cage the other day. And when it was really nice outside, and he spent a few hours outside with the bone and some water, and he was happy as a clam. But he still needed his walks. He still needed his playtime. He still needed his exercise. So with a dog like that, based on if I was picking a pet based on our lifestyle before Marlow, we wouldn't have chosen a dog like Marlow because he does not really fit in with our other couch potatoes. But we fell in love with him, so we said, okay, we've got to change how we interact with our dogs and our lifestyle to better help his natural instincts and his natural drive. Because that's something that, as he gets older, he might slow down a little bit, but that's something that you really can't change. And I've seen this as well, unfortunately, with a lot of the working dog breeds. People will get them because they think they're cute, or they met one time that they really loved, and instead, they have this high drive, high energy dog, and they're gone all day and it's locked in a crate, and then they have behavioral issues. And like with Marlow, he is a counter surfer. He likes to chew things up that aren't his. He likes to steal things that aren't his, even though he has a million toys and a million bones. So these dogs, they do need an outlet, and they do need that that mental and physical stimulation. And so when people that have very sedentary lifestyles adopt these really high energy working dogs, you're constantly fighting against their instincts and their natural drive. I mean, I don't know how to teach a dog to do scent work or how to track. Marlow just does it naturally. He's very good at it. So, that type of thing, when they have that drive and they have that energy, you're really going to be fighting against nature. So I would suggest for anyone that is looking into either getting another animal, if you are going to be gone a lot, maybe you can get a cat, because cats will do a little bit better, I think, than most dogs, especially the high energy dogs. But basically the idea is either you have to pick a pet that fits into your existing lifestyle, or in my humble opinion, you have to be able to make some changes to your lifestyle based on your animal. And I think it kind of happens both ways, but sometimes it's a little bit more dramatic than others. Like with Marlow, he's the first working dog. We don't even know what breed he is, but he's the first working dog I've really ever had. And he needs a job and he loves it. So if you want a high drive dog or high drive breed of dog, just remember that you're signing yourself up for not just their care from a nutrition perspective and from, healthcare perspective, but you're also looking at their care from their natural instincts, their natural drives, their natural energy. And you need to be able to accommodate that and not expect those dogs to just magically transform into your lifestyle, because a lot of times they just can't. They have that drive and they have that energy. Okay. All right. I think that is enough on that, but I want to read back. There were some good comments. I work with a lab rescue. A lot of owner surrenders are a direct result of this. Yeah, unfortunately, we hear, the downside of this. People pick an inappropriate breed for their lifestyle, and then they lock the dog in the crate all day, or they have behavioral issues or whatever else it is, because, those poor dogs are just dying for that exercise, that work, that interaction. Your friend does search and rescue. Yeah, we toyed with that idea. We're going to see for Marlow if there's any clubs in the area that we could join. Because I've never worked with working dogs before, but he's definitely got some natural drive that I have not seen from any of my dogs before. What are the puzzles we were talking about? So there's 2 puzzles on the website that are specifically for dogs. There's the maze and the tornado. The maze is just kind of a big frisbee that you stuff toys in. Marlow really likes that one. We haven't tried the tornado because it does have some small pieces and he likes to steal and chew on things. So I'm a little skeptical that he would use the puzzle and he would be more fascinated with the pieces. But there's also, for small dogs and cats, there's also a little wobbler treat dispenser on the website as well. I have high energy dogs for high energy me. Yeah, that's perfect. I'm not a high energy person. So I am trying to force myself to be at least a physically fit person for Marlow. Get Marlow into nose work or agility. He'll love it. Yeah, unfortunately, he has really terrible hips. So I don't think he would succeed with a lot of the athletic stuff. But definitely like something with to do with scent work, because his little nose, he just always has it on the ground sniffing. Oh man, went from a Great Dane to English Mastiff and now 3 Chihuahuas. Yeah, it's quite the change. Great Dane and Mastiff to Chihuahuas. Although I do love all of those breeds. Okay. More awesome things about scent work. Yeah, if anyone knows like any names of organizations or anything like that that I could look into for scent work, I am all ears, because like I said, I've never done any of that, and I would love to at least try it out to see if Marlow really likes it. My life completely changed after I brought home my Roddy girl. Yep. 3 black cats and 3 collies. It's very chill inside, and then they play hard outside. Yeah, thankfully Marlow and Mila will play together twice a day. That's Mila's schedule. She will snarf at him if he tries to play outside of that schedule. So she will play with him twice a day, and then he comes to the office and he plays with Joey's dog Queen, and then he gets to play with Panda too. So Marlow has like 4 play dates a day. All right. Okay. I think that's enough of that. But if you know anyone that is going to get a puppy or wants to get a puppy this Christmas, definitely share some tips with them as far as, you know, what their lifestyle is and what the pets might be predisposed to. So that way they can pick the breed that really fits into their lifestyle. Especially even if it's a rescue, a lot of the rescues can give you some more insight. Like I said, with Marlow, we knew that he was a little bit on the higher energy side, but once he got healthy, it was totally different. Get him a treadmill. Yeah, I've never tried treadmills either. I am a dog trainer and I see this all the time. People pick the wrong pet for their lifestyle. Yeah, as a trainer, that's got to be super hard, because you're fighting kind of two opposing things. You know, if someone wants to have a well-behaved animal that, you know, just sits in a crate all day, that's very hard for high drive dogs. And usually in my experience, it doesn't work out very well. Everyone have a good day.